I feel that children are divinely born. All children. If there is no spoon, how can the spoon do something? If there is no material realm, the way we experience it, how can it have causal potential? If it doesn't have causal potential, how can it cause something? If we sort of already understand that everything is manifested, the actual creation happens in the non material realm. And we have the ability to create because we are non material beings, not because, I mean, we cause things into existence, we bring things into existence by virtue of being a non material being, not by virtue of being this flesh and bone material being, because this material being has no agency. We feel that men and women do something that brings children into this world, but I feel that's wrong because the material act cannot do anything because it has no causal potential. Right? A married couple can be married and be doing it forever and still never have children. How can that happen? It means it reflects that their doing the act had nothing to do with their not having or having children. If this was an eternal principle, we should be able to replicate it and we should get the same results. But we don't. The child is born when the soul wants to enter this material realm. And I feel that if the soul, if when the time is right for the soul to incarnate, it is going to incarnate regardless of the status of the mother. It is going to choose a mother, a gateway to enter this realm, and it will make an entrance regardless of where the mother is, what her marital status is. I'm not saying that there are two kinds of birth. If the soul wants to enter, is going to enter regardless. So it's going to be a miraculous birth, as opposed to a generic or a general normal birth. I don't think there is a normal birth. Every birth is a miraculous birth. That is what I'm saying. Now, we see it uh, as miraculous when the mother was a virgin or was unmarried, but we don't see it as a miracle when she's married because we are programmed to think that it was the act that brought the child into existence. When I'm of the opinion that if the soul wants to incarnate, it is going to incarnate regardless. Think of situations where the woman cannot figure out when she conceived the child. Well, that probably is because the soul wanted to incarnate regardless. I'm unsure if I'm getting the point across. What I'm saying is that every single birth happens because of divine will, not because of what men and women are doing. And I think that children will continue to come into existence regardless of whether men and women do the act. And that is the only way in which anyone has ever come into this world. We just don't perceive it that way because the ego mind has this illusion of control. It's like when we do something, we have the illusion of control that we are the one who's doing it. When in fact, the consequences of our actions is manifested from the non-material. So what we do in the material is inconsequential. It doesn't cause anything into it doesn't cause anything. We can do anything we want in the material, just like we can throw rocks at people, but the rocks don't have to hit anybody. And whether the rocks hit somebody or not has to do with what we are doing in the non-material world. Our agency is given to us by virtue of our being non-material consciousness, not from our being this body mind complex.